Aren't you 30?
Sorry, not
How old
to
are
be
you?
like, oh my God, you can't just ask a girl how old she is.
Oh, God. Good morrow, everybody. My name is Robin, also known as Sunny Side Up Gal, and you are my Sunny Side Up pal. And today we have a very special guest, Graphically Alex. Ooh, my arm.
Hello,
Graphically
Beavis.
Alex.
I know, I gotta watch out. I'm like, what about my arms? No,
I
I'm
can't
just
let
kidding.
people know that I have fat on my arm.
Oh my God. No, I told Robin I have to show the shoulders.
Ooh, everybody clap for the shoulders.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I have to take off my Ellie jacket on my channel. But we're ready to go. I don't know what we're doing. Robin hasn't told me. So spontaneous diva.
Yes. Today I was just I honestly I was going to do I thought we were going to do fat logic again on Reddit, and I was like, no, we did that last time. Boring. Right? So I'm just doing so I just picked a bunch of random fat activists, fat liberation videos to explore with. Some of them have been sent to me by other people. I won't say who, to protect their identity from the fat acceptance wolf zombies.
Witness protection.
Yeah, witness protection. But thank you so much if you know who you are, who sent me these. I love you. Okay. This is one of the, obviously, I'm not a big fan of people showing off just eating a bunch of food. First of all, it feels wasteful to me. I don't know. And it's also makes me feel something. I don't know. What do you think about mukbangs and stuff?
I guess I don't think about it that much, which I know is weird to say. You'd think I'd have this long ass take about it. But I just think the only thing that I think about it is it incentivizes somebody in the problem to stay in it. Mm-hmm. And you base your life on it. You base your income on it. Mm-hmm. So it can be a huge barrier to recovery. Yeah. You can get very entrenched. Yes. So that's what I would say.
And I think that it is, I actually really do think that it's dangerous behavior. I think that, I mean, obviously, fringing is super unhealthy. And, yeah, I mean, there are risks with this. She's about to eat 88 chicken nuggets. Crazy.
Yeah.
It's Steffi having 88 chicken nuggets. Some ketchup for mixing.
And obviously this falls into the glorifying of obesity because it's there's also sexy reasons behind it too, if we couldn't catch the innuendos, right?
I think so, for sure. I think so.
I was looking at chicken nuggets to see how many people had done. There were a few for 50 and they got millions of views too.
Is that how much ketchup you use?
I love ketchup.
I know you do.
I do. I mean, to be fair though, I'm diet culture, so I have to use hot sauce, but I miss ketchup on my eggs.
Yeah.
And I love sriracha, but sriracha has hidden calories.
Yeah.
It has sugar in it.
It's got sugar in the ingredients. That's how I used to be with sriracha.
So be careful.
Yeah. So you don't have any of the sugar-free ketchups?
No.
Yeah.
I told you. We already argued about this, Robin. You're not coming after my sugar and my ketchup.
Okay, that's why. You're just I have to avoid it because I can't have the sugar-free.
No. I mean, how many calories are in it if it's zero sugar?
I think it's 20 for a tablespoon.
Mm-hmm. You're not zero, like hot sauce. So,
yeah, I think it still has some. This is just a meme one. I just thought it was funny because it's a shit ton of chicken nuggets. All right, this one I've never watched this, or I haven't watched this one all the way through. I was just getting vibes, just very strange vibes from them. And she has crazy glasses, so she belongs here.
We all have glasses.
Yeah.
Well-dressed fats of the world, unite.
Welcome to Fat Tuesday, where we share with you the best dressed fats we can find.
I'm Marianne Kirby, and I don't feel so good right now.
And I'm Meg Elison. Together, we want to bring...
I've seen that part. When I first watched this, my initial thought was why would you even make a video if you don't feel well? It's so annoying to me.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
I feel
I mean, I used to do that all the time, though.
Why? So did you?
Because I'm insane. No, I'm just kidding. No, I would do it because part of it was activistic.
Oh, okay.
And it was kind of like you show up no matter what.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
something.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So it was kind of that. But it was it's rough.
Yeah.
It's hard, but it had a purpose.
Yeah.
But remember, I'm an activist before an entertainer. If you're just doing it to entertain, then
Yeah.
it's like I don't get it. Or if you're not that, I would post. Like I was doing daily January.
Okay.
Like especially in 2025. So it was like, yeah, I'm posting like every single day. Like I got to, but I felt really horrible because I was downsizing and it was winter and hypo and all this. And I'm like, ugh, you know?
Yeah.
And then people would be like, ew, I don't like that you drink tea. And it was a really cold winter. They're like, you slurped your tea. And I was like, shut the fuck up. You know, because I was very like choppily. I was getting to mid-sized princess. And people were really mean to me. And I'm never letting it go.
Yeah.
And I'm
You're
never forgiving
gonna
any
forget
of you.
this.
I'm never going to forget. I remember everybody who commented. I'm just kidding.
That's
but
so funny.
no, it was, I mean, it is what it is. You know what they say. You get hate when you're doing things well. So
I think I'm just being a hater. But when I heard her say that, I was like, I feel like she's just wanting people to be like, get well soon, whatever your name is. You know, I don't know. Bothers me.
well, to me, I was like, is she about to like
Pass out.
this sounds mean, but I mean, we're just being honest. I'm on Robin's channel and Robin's mean.
I'm hearing you. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the meanness.
I was like, is she about to like have some kind of like physical episode due to her obesity? Basically, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, ooh, because the way she said it too, it was kind of like very long-standing illness.
Yeah,
feeling. It wasn't like giving like I have a cold.
No, yeah,
it was giving like I might pass out. Like you said, I might
don't have
like
any. I have no spoons left.
Yeah. So yeah.
Bring your attention to the best dressed fats of the world, because having any kind of style in a fat body, which is always marginalized, oppressed, and ignored by fashion at large, is really hard and also a lot of fun.
This week, we're featuring the kick-ass stylings of Hannah Ogilvy Young, aka Queen Beast Says. Hannah is a UK fat liberationist whose mix of style and politics we just can't get enough of.
God. Oh, you know who this is?
I don't know.
She's a Scottish. I'm gonna have to plug a picture in post, and you'll have to watch it later. But she's a Scottish fat liberationist. She is the OG Palabra panties. You know what I'm talking about when I say Palabra panties, girl from Angelica Unfiltered's channel. Oh, she wore the way that she wears her underwear. It creates a parabola, like the way that she has them hiked up. I gotta look her up now.
Gosh.
Queen Bee Says, open in new tab.
Oh, I feel like I do know her.
Yeah. Lucy, and you remember
Longer
that?
good stock. They're size 32.
Oh, I remember her. I reacted to her before.
Yeah, I think we all have. And I actually, she has excellent style. She's one of the fat acceptance folks that I'm like, God, I wish you would have another channel for your fashion, because I think she has very unique, very cute style. I think she's kind of cool, but then she does the dumb fat acceptance stuff, and I'm like, girl.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I gotta find the parabola panties thing. Just the way that she wears her. I mean, can she wear it any other way? I don't think so. But just the way that she's worn panties in the past, it just makes this fun shape that.
Do you love summer?
It kind of creates like.
Oh, okay.
Like a upside down U. It's mean, obviously, but.
Because you guys are mean girls.
I think.
I have to be your Janician right now and be like, because you're a mean girl. You're a bitch.
You're a bitch.
Do I have to do that?
You're like a mix of Janice and the other and the guy. That's fun.
You don't even go here. I'm just kidding. But yes.
Hannah focuses on recommendations for the UK plus size shopper, particularly focusing on small brands, full size ranges, and fun colors that will have your minimalist friends like shading their eyes, reaching for their sunglasses, doing the whole dramatic works.
Like this by Melissa Jai dress. It's in different sizes of black and white gingham check, and it was Hannah's birthday dress. Melissa Jai creates bespoke, sustainable, and accessible fashions in all sizes.
Melissa Jai, good for them. I do think that people deserve
sure.
clothes.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can make it and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't have that much of an opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
I just personally didn't like the birthday dress that much, but that's just my taste. So
Gingham is making a big comeback.
I don't even know what that is. You have to educate me on this.
Dude, Gingham,
I'm a little bit.
So you know Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz? That checkered dress that she wears? That's Gingham.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, I don't know if I'm into it.
But it is making a comeback. It is making a comeback. Well, let's pass.
I'm a trendsetter, not a trend follower.
Yeah, if nobody's wearing a lesbian jacket by the end of the year, then you failed.
Pretty much. I don't care. Lesbian chic is all the rage in 2026.
You're silly. Okay. I do want to show the caption on this one, so hold on a second. Okay, so this says on here, the New York Times opinion piece. So did you watch that? Oh, you did I did. Yeah, you did an entire thing on it. You did a thing on it. Okay. The New York Times opinion piece just published this video essay by a former body positive influencer who has now denounced the movement. Not now, she denounced it like 3 years ago. There was a lot of wrong with this piece. To start, the former body positive influencer did not seem to have any understanding of what body positivity or fat liberation actually are.
Not true.
Not true at all. I feel like that's the thing too. When somebody leaves the fat acceptance movement or the body liberation, whatever, blah, 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 the kickback is always, well, you just didn't really understand what it was. And
they do say that, but it's because it's the E followed by letter D root of it. So that's something that can always change depending on the moment because it's not real. Yeah. So it's kind of like, well, you just didn't get it.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, maybe she shouldn't have gotten it because it's deadly and horrible. Like, I try to talk about it on my channel, what it actually is or the roots of it, because like when I talked to Angelica about it the first time, I said like there were all these beliefs that fat acceptance had that I also had, but I was never in fat acceptance. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what the hell did I have in common with all these random people, And then I was like, oh, that's what I had in common with them, Oh shit. So that's the roots of it. So yeah, it's always going to change. It's like this goalpost shift and all this crap.
Yes, the goalpost.
And then they have amnesia too. So like what they said in 23 is not the same as what they say in 24. Is not the same as what they said in 2020. It's all different.
And each individual has like their own rules. Each individual has their own set of rules, their own like belief of what fat activism really is. Some believe, it's okay to be this big and this fat because it's a medical condition. It's a disease. And then some are like, don't medicalize my body. And this is...
It's a lot of stuff, but the big shifts that I've seen is like they would totally actively discourage people from weight normalization, like completely, and even encourage gain towards like 2020.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're in a panini. Yeah. Just gain a bunch of weight.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's encouraging.
And then now it's like if you gain weight, that's fighting fascism. That's an active, that's a political movement.
Yes. Yeah. Or they'll say, I guess it's okay to have bodily autonomy. So you can, but we have to police everything you say about it and everything you say, and you're probably going to gain it back anyway. So it's that. Yeah. So it has shifted, but it's softened, but it's because they've lost it a bit because of Ozempic. Mm-hmm. Ozempic hit the E followed by letter D world hard. Mm-hmm. So the zombies, I call them zombies on my channel. I used to be a zombie though, so I'm not better than anybody, except that I got out. So that does make me better than you. No, I'm just kidding. But it's good that I got out. You can get out too. Get the hell out of it if you're in it, period. But the point is all the zombies are fighting over Ozempic. So the reductive side love it. Mia loves it. Bingo, they're like, some of us love it, some of us hate it. Mm-hmm. So the ones that hate it, it's like half of Bingo, or maybe not half, but just a percentage of Bingo that don't like it. And they're trying to fight all the other zombies. So they're not united. Yeah. Usually like you'll see the all of the sides of the E followed by the G world, they're all on board with something.
Yeah.
So it's like they'll all push it at the same time. And so that is something you're seeing a lot with Ozempic, but there is a little bit of fracturing. And so the group that's fractured, they're like, but we're good for holding up the cause of E followed by the letter D because we don't take it. So we're still fat, so you can still compare yourselves to us. That's basically, I think, what they're doing on a subconscious level, but it is this horde. Like, people don't get it because it's, I mean, I feel like you get it, but it's social because you've been in it before.
Yeah.
It's social as well. It's not just internal, it's also social. So it's zombification.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
It's like,
so that's
join the herd. The herd.
Yes.
The horde.
The horde, yes. And stay in the horde. And if you get out of the horde, that's where they're really similar to alcoholics, because alcoholics are the same way, where it's like, if you leave, like, I fucking hate you. And it's like, whoa, you know? Or if you recover, it's like, I hate your guts. They hate you.
Yeah.
And within E followed by the letter D, people can usually tell when someone else has struggled with it or somebody else has been in it. And if they see them get out, they try to pull them back.
Yeah, you're absolutely
It's really
right.
awful. So that's what this is.
That is just like alcoholism, dude. That's
it's very
wild.
similar.
Yes.
Super, super similar. Again, it's not a substance issue, but the social aspects are incredibly similar to alcoholism. It is very similar.
Yeah, the ostracization and all that jazz.
Yes.
And I'm not actually sure what's news or opinion worthy in this piece. People deciding to lose weight is sadly an every minute of everyday occurrence. People saying
They love to control everybody. That's that
E
followed by the letter D too.
Yep, exactly. Beating recorder. Control. Lose weight sadly every minute. Okay, people saying I'm not going to pursue weight loss. Whoa, what? People saying I'm not going to pursue weight loss and am going to work on body acceptance and then deciding to lose weight is not newsworthy. We don't need more stories of anti-fat bias and anti-diet and diet culture sucking people back in. We don't need more anti-fat bias being published, which this entire video essay is full of.
It's just facts.
Yeah. Okay, if the New York Times opinion wants to publish something that's actually interesting and newsworthy, why not talk to someone who's fat, actually understands fat liberation and body positivity, is not pursuing intentional weight loss despite all of the weight stigma in this culture, and is refusing to try and be small even with all of the pressure to do so. That's an opinion. That's an opinion worth listening to. Now, if the New York Times got this lady, Dr. Rachel Milner, to be in an opinion piece, or like even decided to cover her, like even like in a 2-inch section of the fucking magazine or the newspaper, they would not be taken seriously, because some of the stuff, I don't know if you've ever like watched any of her stuff. She, it's bananas. It's all nonsense. It really is.
I need to respond. I need to probably react to her because she's probably deeply zombified to like a whole other level where even general public is like, what the fuck is this? Yeah.
Dude, some of the stuff that she says, I'm like, how are you educated? Like, that's how bad it is. I'm like, she's kind of fucking
she's
stupid.
in the problem. Yeah, she's in the problem. The thing that bothers me about this is it's like, how many women have we seen that are into fat liberation and don't pursue weight loss despite the stigma and are refusing to try and be small even with all the pressure to do so? We see that literally all the time. I mean, that is so basic. That's almost all you see. Mm-hmm. It's more newsworthy that someone left because it hardly ever happens.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. I mean, if you want to talk about it, like, I wish everybody was, as an activist, it'd be great if we were totally winning. And it's like, yes, totally. Like, everybody's leaving, but it's like, no, they're not.
No, they're not.
People are fat as hell still.
Exactly. Like, if this was something that we see every single day, then why is 75% of Americans overweight or obese?
And why is this whole zombie horde having a huge freak out attack over her saying this? It obviously isn't that common.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would not all pick on her at the same time in an extremely coordinated effort from zombie E followed by the letter D coordination. That's basically what this is, because she touched the fungus. She stepped on the fungus. Mm-hmm. And what she did is she talked about death. She talked about the physical toll, which you never talk about.
Never allowed. Yep.
No, it's forbidden.
Yeah.
And so they're all like,
yeah. And then you're not allowed to mention the fact that obesity can cause death or harm to you. She, you'll when we watch more of her and she starts talking, you're going to be like, oh, she's been in it for a while and she has problems.
Yeah.
She's been fat for quite some time, and I can tell that she's not really healthy. Like, that's just me being honest. That's not me just like looking at her, you know. I mean, yes, you can look at her and know that she's unhealthy, but yeah.
The New York Times opinion section just published a video blog about a person who was a former body positive influencer and then risked it all and denounced the movement.
It was a risk, dude. Do you remember how like the huge backlash that she got? She like lost so many
Especially
followers
at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they thought that they had more. Well, they do have power, though. I think people don't understand. Fat acceptance does have power, but they're more covert now. But again, E5 letter D can operate covertly, and people don't understand that. It's like people know how to hide.
Yeah.
So now they just went back into covert mode. But back then they were like, we're so confident. We can just put it all out there and just tell people to gain weight.
Yeah.
Totally. And so back then when she did that, they freaked out. I think the last time the zombie horde was super overt was the Leo Skepi drama that happened in 2024. After that, he basically said, like, if you can't fit in clothes, then it's just not for you.
Oh, bald
and that
guy?
was like
A brand not making your size in something does not give you grounds to talk shit and degrade the brand. Brands are allowed to want a certain look and image with their products. They are allowed to make things for the people they want to make them for. I've been seeing too many people talking shit recently, and it's pissing me off.
huge.
The bald guy?
That was
Yeah.
a huge drama. And after that, they had this huge freak out attack on him. And then he caved. And I was like, ooh, not you caving.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like he kind of like he did like an apology, right?
Yeah, it was awful. And he gave into the zombie horde because
Performative.
Yeah. He's weak. And so I was like, okay, I actually hate him now, you know.
Yeah.
I don't hate him, but he's just weak.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
respect him.
Yeah.
So basically,
he caved under pressure for sure.
Yeah. And after that, then they kind of jumped the shark. And so they started to go more covert. And then Ozempic was rising and the zombies were talking about Ozempic instead. And then it shifted. And then now it's like super covert. And now they're like, we're going to censor everybody. Now they're like going after people and they're putting all these Netflix documentaries out. I think when they did Biggest Loser, then America's Next Top Model.
Yeah.
And now I think they just did an Ozempic one. So I feel like the people behind Netflix, I think it's Netflix.
Yeah. They're fat.
They are so fat acceptance. Yeah, like so much.
Yeah.
They are super in it. And they'd even put Aubrey Gordon in that Biggest Loser one for no reason. She offered nothing.
She's such a fucking loser, dude. She is, man. Like perfect for the Biggest Loser because she is one. Like, God.
Oh my God. You're like, she is the biggest loser.
Yeah, she's a fucking loser. Okay.
Aside from the fact that it is full of misinformation about body positivity or fat liberation.
Where was the misinformation exactly?
There wasn't.
Because those people really did die. Those stories were real.
And she was in it for years.
Yeah.
She doesn't know it at all when she was in it for years. Like, that's so stupid.
She even showed pictures of herself gaining at least 150 or 200 pounds. I don't really remember, but like she was huge.
Yeah.
Misinformation. God, this lady's dumb.
Yeah.
And there's nothing new or different about somebody being like, oh, I'm body positive. Well, actually, I'm going to go lose weight. Like, okay. If the New York Times opinion wants to post something or publish something that's actually revolutionary and interesting and a little different, why don't they post about somebody who's in a fat body, staying in a fat body, not
She's breathing heavily.
She's so anxious. She's like, I can feel her anxiety. She has the TR anxiety so strong. She might even go bingo right after. I mean, literally, she's so anxious. She's like,
yeah, she is.
And it's like, girl, like, you know, I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
But the internet is mean.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
If you are not at a place where you have the temperament to handle it, if you can't even talk at all because you're so anxious, like she might be like actually shaking while she's talking about it because her voice is literally shaking.
Yeah.
It's like, you are not in a position, and I think you told me she's like a therapist or something. Like, that's freaky.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why? She doesn't have a grip. I would not see her.
I wouldn't.
Hell no.
Maybe she's a good listener.
I wouldn't even want her to listen to me. I'd be like, girl, bye. I'm out of here. I'll talk to somebody else.
Get your own help.
Either that or it is some kind of health condition, like you said. But I feel like it's anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, you are not in a position to talk about these issues.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's not healed enough. She's freaking out. Like, I talk about it all the time. Oh my gosh. And I never have a shaky voice or anything. You've talked about it too. I can tell. That's how I can tell you recover. Cause you're just like, yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm. It's cringy.
And then you're like,
yeah.
Or you're like, then you're like, Amy in half's body looks weird to me, you know? And you just kind of.
It does. It does. What's the problem?
Well, she was showing it off for criticism.
Yeah.
That's my point. I'm like, if you're going to show it off, girl, then people are going to say something.
Yeah.
But the point is, like, you're not giving like super TR. There's a calmness to how you're talking about it.
Thank you.
You're not like having an anxiety attack. Like, you still get anxious. We all do. But it's this issue specifically. I don't see it in you as like, oh my gosh, I can't even talk about it. Like, you're very calm when you talk about it.
I think maybe that's a stars thing, but I feel like talking stuff just is way easier than just like keeping it in. You know what I mean? Like, just talk it out, whatever. Let it out. Yeah. Let the universe take it, you know?
No, I think it's good too, for sure. But I think I almost wonder too if she's anxious because she knows she's lying. That can happen too.
Dude, I absolutely like first of all, her mentioning misinformation, where was that? You're wrong. Her, talking about like, let's get something interesting on there. Let's put somebody who's not pursuing weight loss. Like, nobody's going to take you serious. I cannot take her serious. I cannot.
No.
Pursuing weight loss actually understands fat liberation and body positivity. And even in all of the messages in our culture is still staying firm in their values and beliefs and existing in their body as it is right now. That's revolutionary. That's part of the resistance.
Ordered.
That's how change
It's DIS ordered. It's not anything. It's like, if you can stick to the toxic ritualistic, that's what I call it on my channel.
Yeah.
If you can stick to E followed by the letter D, despite all these people pushing you to recover, that's brave. No, that is destruction.
Yeah, you've
that
got
is
morals. That's morally right to be doing this. Like,
and I do see that a lot in bingo. They make a lot of moral arguments about why what they're doing is so great.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Yeah.
It's horrible to destroy yourself.
Yeah.
For the sake of this horrible, like this, it's just a toxic coping mechanism. That's all it is. It's like, honey, you have a toxic coping mechanism. Like, stop trying to act like it's this moral cause. It's not.
I call it shelf farm. Shelf farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
happens. Somebody who's a body positive influencer deciding to pursue weight loss isn't actually news.
And why are you talking about it?
Yeah, right. It's doing its part. That's the one thing I mentioned about like the Maha commercial at the Super Bowl. This magazine, like this article, even if it's something that you disagree with, what has happened? People are talking about it. You know what I mean? It is hitting the news. People are looking at Gabriela Lascana being like, oh yeah, I think it's cool because I actually have had a problem with the fat liberation and fat acceptance movement for years, but I've just been too afraid to say anything about it. Yeah. I'm walking on eggshells online, even though I see people eating themselves to death and it's normalized and they're trying their hardest to normalize it and to say that even any kind of weight loss or any kind of move in the right direction as far as like your health is negative. Like it's cool that people are talking about this, even though she's like talking about this in a negative light. It still hit my feed. You know what I mean? Like it's still
right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's good. And I think it gets the general public to talk about it, which is really hard to do because people don't care.
Yeah.
So as much as they say, we're on the weight stigma, what you get is a whole lot of nothing in the real world.
Yeah.
And that's a problem too.
Yeah.
Because it keeps getting worse. And so they're totally wrong. Totally wrong.
Okay. This creator is Alicia McCarvell. Do you know who that is?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't know anything.
Like, I'm new to the internet.
I am. I'm actually totally brand new.
All right. So I'm not going to play any of the music, but I'm just going to bounce through her page and see if you recognize her. She's known, honestly, it's sad, but she's known for having this hot guy for a husband, but she's like this fat chick, right? She's also entertaining. I like her stuff. I think she's entertaining. I think she has a great sense of style. Like, if we're just talking about her, I don't really want to create a video just about her, because I personally don't think that she glorifies obesity more than she's just being funny on the internet. She's just Canadian and her husband is hot, right? But
that's enough. I'm just kidding.
She does. She's just existing, right? But she posts a lot of these videos where she shows off having this hot husband, and they've been together since they were in high school. And I think they're adorable, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But she posted this video today. Oops, not that one. This video today. And the caption, I'll just read it really quick. The caption: can you imagine if you were told your whole life you can't be fat and happy, and then you see me doing both loudly and joyfully? If your whole life has been lived for the pursuit of thinness because you thought that that's what you needed to be, to dance, to take photos, to travel the world, and then you see me doing all those things anyway, it's jarring. It must seem unbelievable. And she has an M dash in between those two words. So ChatGPT wrote this.
She couldn't even write it herself.
Yeah.
She couldn't write a whole lot of nothing herself.
I know, right?
Yeah. Okay, girl.
So there's the M dash right there. I understand it though, because I felt that way too. Whenever I would see fat people showing up unapologetically, they had to be lying, right? How dare they be joyful? How could they enthusiastically take photos? I put my life on hold because I was made to believe that until I got thin, I couldn't enjoy my life. I needed to hide. I needed to be miserable. That way of thinking caused me to miss years of joyful moments with the people I love. I can't get those back. And let me tell you, my heart aches for those versions of me. So you will watch me live my life out loud. I will show up to take every photo I can. And I'm going to try the things that I've been afraid of. I'm not glorifying obesity. I'm glorifying life. So I personally, I'm not here to trash her. I personally do believe that I don't think that she is glorifying obesity. She's just living her life. She's fat. She just has no plans to change it, but she doesn't. I haven't seen her come on to the internet and be like, hey, be like me because there's nothing wrong with me. Like, she claims, she knows that she has sleep apnea. She has to sleep with a CPAP machine.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's one, thing that's wrong with her health-wise. And I know that skinny people can get sleep apnea too, but I think she's got it because she's fat. She's not I personally, and I don't know what you will think about this, but I just don't think that she's on here to glorify it, but she did make this post today. So
I think she's probably not fat activist, but she probably is still zombie. I'll put it to you that way.
Yes, I'm wondering too.
There's some TR in that, because when you have to show that your husband's so in shape and you're not, and that's your whole point, there is a sort of zombie flex there, because in bingo, there's this whole thing of there's you pedestalize the thin person. So the pedestalization of the thin. So she does that with her husband. And then it's this whole thing of bingo where it's if you can see past the fatness, then you see me. And then I'm just such a great person that you looked past it. So that's very zombie.
Okay.
But to me, it's that's something that if you had pro bingo forums, you would see that written all the time. It's a very common, I don't know how to say the F word, but fetishization of thinness, right? So that very much goes into it, which I know that people are well, of course you like it because we like thin people. But it's almost she's not seeing her husband as purely human. She's seeing him as thin or in shape.
Or this hot, muscular guy likes me, not just this guy who's
humanizing,
not heart to heart, but somebody who's so hot can absolutely love a monster like me. Just kidding, she's not a monster. But I get what you're saying.
But it's I'm just so amazing as a person that he likes me anyway. And that's what it is, because there's still competitiveness in bingo. And that's what it is. But it's not, you're not going to compete with your body usually. You're going to compete with your mind and your soul. And I have a beautiful mind and I'm an amazing deep person and all that stuff. And to me, I'm just but being fat has nothing to do with it, at all. She's really deep or whatever. She still have all the traits. And then I don't know if he does too, but he might have something going on too.
Like a
because
fetish?
sometimes it could be that, but it could also be TR. So he could be like, well, I
Oh.
feel secure because she's bigger than me. So he could be comparing to her
Yeah.
too. So that happens too.
They're
so
feeding off
it's
of
a
each
little
other.
zombie relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
Ooh.
opinion, which it is judgy, but it's because she makes such a point of doing it.
Yeah.
That I'm thinking that. Like if it was just she was just with him and she's just like, oh my God, I love you, babe. And whatever.
And he doesn't.
Yeah, then it'd be different.
He doesn't. And you know how like sometimes you see couples and you see the wife like posting their husband all the time. And you can kind of tell like the husband's like, okay, fine, I'll take a photo with you. He is like 100% on board. He's he's super supportive. So I think you might be right. We have to, I definitely need to like look into that a little bit more and see if it's maybe something symbiotic. Because I think that you love somebody, you wouldn't, and they were gaining weight at an alarming rate, like every year, you would say something, but I wonder if maybe he doesn't want to because he doesn't want to hurt her feelings, or maybe they don't believe that there's anything wrong, or maybe he wants her to be big because he has a fetish. I don't believe that, but like, there's
I do believe they have genuine love for each other, but I also think there is still a zombie aspect to it, or there is still that TRE followed by letter D reinforcement thing going on between them. Because the thing is, like, he can love her and stuff, but she's still going to die early. She's still going to have that. Like, it's still going to come. And that's bad. But I have to say it. Somebody has to. And it's like, if you really love somebody, I don't think you would allow that, especially if she's bingoing and stuff. Like maybe she's not, but I don't know.
I think it's hormonal.
You don't know.
I think just the way that she carries it feels hormonal to me.
But why isn't she getting that treated?
She don't give a shit.
Well, that's still TR.
Yeah.
Still is.
Absolutely. All right, let's watch.
You're promoting obesity. No! I didn't say get fat. I didn't say it was fun to be fat. In fact, you all make it fucking miserable. What I said was, you deserve to live your life while you're fat, too.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's fat acceptance. So activistically, I'm totally opposed to it. I'm like, no, we don't accept it, period.
Yeah.
So, which it's funny. I've had people on my comments be like, well, like people are just living their life. And I'm like, no, like I'm not fat acceptance. Like, no, that's accepting of it.
Yeah,
no,
that's true.
I don't accept it. I don't accept obesity. So no.
Okay.
And you have to promote obesity to act like you're so happy in it, because it is a miserable experience. And so if you ignore the health issues involved with it, then you are automatically promoting it, in my opinion. If she got on there and she said, I feel like crap, I have sleep apnea, blah, blah, blah. I know it's not great, but I'm still going to live my life anyways, especially if she's like, I'm going to live my life as I try to normalize or recover or whatever. And then she's doing the damn thing, leave her the hell alone.
Right.
But if she's not doing the damn thing,
then it's fat acceptance.
It is a little bit promotion.
Damn.
It's a little bit of promotion.
Damn.
I don't know. I'm a bitch, though.
You broke me, like not broke me, but like I had this like mirror of her where I was like, oh my God, she's so cute. She has great style. And now I'm like, wait, she is a fat acceptance person.
I think to that lowest level, yes.
Yeah.
And I think it's more so, it has to do more with her coping mechanism. So I don't think she's literally trying to push it on other people, which I do appreciate. I mean, my gosh, it is a low bar, but I mean, I can understand why you didn't see her that way. But for me, it's like, I still feel like she's all up in the fungus, in my opinion.
Yeah.
She's all up in the spores.
She's breathing the dust. She's breathing the spores.
And then she's acting like it's okay, which I'm like, it's not though. So I don't love it, but maybe she's unaware, but I still think there should be some people close to her in her life that call out certain things, especially if she's bingoing. And if her husband is seeing that and he's complacent in it, then that's not loving. It's not loving, in my opinion, to be complacent in that. So I don't know. But if it is purely hormonal, then it's still like, why are you not treating it?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
And I don't think, because if you do treat it, like I've known people that have PCOS that don't have the TR, and it's like you figure it out, you find a way to treat it, and you just lose it.
Yeah.
You get out of the
Yeah.
obesity because it's like you don't have a logical reason to stay in it.
Yep.
It doesn't make sense.
Right.
And that's just a normal non-TR approach. But people that have PCOS within the TR, they'll be like, well, I can't, or I don't know. Like there's all this like, like I saw you react to somebody where she's like, I have a cyst, and she like put on 50 pounds or something. And you were like, no, you know, you called it out because it's like, no.
Yeah, no, you have a cyst. Okay, do something about it.
Yeah.
Somebody in my comment section, someone in my comment section was like, is the cyst all over her body?
Oh my God, that's vicious. Oh
I was dying.
No, but that is funny, but it is darkly funny for sure. But I think it's like she needs to question that belief, you know, and you can still treat, and I agree with you, she's probably massively inflamed, you know, and stuff, but it's like, we shouldn't just ignore massive inflammation. Like, what?
You don't get a diagnosis and then just go, okay, I'll see you in 6 months to see what we're going to do about it. Like, wouldn't you, if I got a diagnosis for something way worse than like PCOS or hypothyroidism or Hashimoto's, right? Immediately running to the internet to try and figure out what I can do to like, what I can do while I wait for treatment, you know?
Yeah. You don't wait and you just deal with it. And it tends to get better, or at least it's managed. Yeah. So at least it's not totally out of control.
Yeah.
And I'm talking just about the conditions. Like you have to do something to manage it.
Yeah.
And that's life. But I don't know, like fat acceptance promotes and glamorizes not dealing with issues. Mm-hmm. Basically. So it's like you have PCOS, just gain weight. Who cares?
There's nothing you can do about it. It's inevitable and it's totally normal. Yeah. And it's like, no, it's not, because there are so many people who have PCOS that don't gain weight. And I used to be that person where I was like, well, they're just lucky. And it's like, no. You just have to do the right things for what your body requires. And we're all different. Right. And that's beautiful about human beings. But that just means that you can't have this and they can have it. You know what I mean? Like, sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. All right, our favorite Virgie Tovar. I don't know who sent this to me. You know who you are. Was it you?
It might have been. I don't know. I saw it. I recognize this, and I'm like,
yeah. Look at first of all, look at her face. Like, Virgie. Okay, so she just posted this 3 days ago. The caption says, doctors are starting to report something that sounds almost unbelievable. People on GLP-1 medication, weight loss drugs, are developing scurvy. Yes, scurvy, the disease that sailors got when they were starving at sea. When I heard that, my stomach dropped, because the only time I've ever seen scurvy up close was during the worst period of my pandashrexia. I was 19, lost my sense of equilibrium. I was exhausted all the time. My skin bruised easily. My body literally running out of vitamin C due to malnutrition. I feel like that was an iron thing, but okay. Scurvy doesn't happen because the body is too big, and it's not merely a side effect of GLP-1s. It happens because the body is not getting enough food. So when we see scurvy showing up in weight loss treatment, we have to ask the harder questions. What does it say about our culture that we're willing to push people into nutritional deficiency in the name of thinness? Dun, dun, dun.
What do we say about people who are totally, for some reason, people are just ignorant about vitamin C?
Yeah.
Like, I've talked about it forever on my channel. Like, from the start, when I started my activism, I said, I always make sure I get enough calcium and vitamin C. I always make sure, I said it like probably 5 bajillion times back then. But guess what? I probably don't have bone issues and I don't get scurvy.
Yeah.
And I've downsized quite a bit because I've always prioritized vitamin C and calcium.
Right.
Because if I didn't get them, I felt hungry.
Yeah.
And so it's like, because you are nutrient deficient if you're not getting that. So it's like, it is such a habit ingrained in me. I make sure I get 100% vitamin C and 100% calcium. And that's just me.
Yeah.
But it has worked. And so
do you take a lot of people.
No. So you can't really supplement vitamin C. You have to get it from like a fruit or like an actual like areola or whatever extract. I don't know. I forgot what it's called. It's like a cherry or something. But you have to get it. You could probably get it from lemon as a keto. So lemon works. Or even some of your greens, it has it in it. So that kind of stuff, it has vitamin C. but I think you probably need less if you're keto.
Yeah, you do, because it competes with glucose. Vitamin C competes with glucose, so the less glucose you need less.
Yeah, so you probably wouldn't need as much, which that's also nuance that's not ever talked about, but it does exist.
Yeah.
But I wasn't keto at all, so I was like, I'm going to make sure I'm getting vitamin C, and oftentimes I get like 200% a day. Like I like these vitamin C shots that I would get, and they keep me from getting sick too.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are reasons to take it, but you can't really just take a pill. So maybe they didn't know that, because that type of just ascorbic acid, it's not real vitamin C.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, and if you do that over a long period of time, it doesn't work. So you have to for you, it's easy. It's just have some lemon water, like get some fresh squeezed lemon water. And that's it.
Like I learned this from when I was carnivore, like even pork, or like if you have good like grass-fed stuff like that,
could have
has a trace amount of vitamin C. And like I said, if you don't have a lot of glucose running through your system, you're not eating a bunch of carbohydrates, you don't need as much calcium, or is it vitamin C? Sorry. As far as her being so malnourished, as far as her being so sick from pandysrexia, I feel terrible for saying this, but not really. I don't believe it. I feel like that, I feel like she would have more receipts about that. This is the first time that we've heard about her getting scurvy. I do plan on buying her book and reading it, and seeing maybe if she has other,
signs of it.
Other signs maybe. I just think that she, and maybe it's biased because I think I just don't like her, but I think she's a big fat liar. So.
Well, I think she's definitely in the issue, and people forget within bingo there is a reductive part of it.
Right.
And then there's like a hyperfixation on any experience of reduction you've ever had. And I think that what were we going to say?
Oh, I'm sorry. They claim pandysrexia when they're in that part of their cycle, and it's like, no, it's a much larger picture. It's a much larger picture.
Yes, it is. And so they try to say that, but it's just a way to deflect and say that I can never downsize because I have this, and they don't. That's not what it is. But I think it shows that she already was so deficient in vitamin C too, because it's like she probably was already nutrient deficient. You can have nutrient deficiencies when you're big too.
Yeah.
Because if you don't eat it, you don't have it.
Dude,
and also you can't absorb it that well.
I knew somebody who had, who was like, she ate through her, what's it called? Her gastric bypass surgery. Like she started gaining weight again, right? But I guess because it messes with your absorption or whatever, like her teeth like started falling out. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's hard. And again, I don't think like, especially within big picture downsizing, or like long haul, as I call it, where it's especially like over 100 pounds for a man, over 80 pounds for a woman. That's like long haul weight loss. People don't think about calcium at all. And it's like, you're downsizing for years. Sometimes you have to have calcium every single day.
Yeah.
You have to have vitamin C every single day. Like you have to have this stuff for your bones, for your health. Like I'm pretty sure scurvy affects your teeth, right?
Yeah, it makes like your gums bleed and stuff like that.
But. Yeah, it's horrible. And then you have to have iron too, which isn't talked about either.
Yeah.
Because you might, it's a lot.
I think that nutrition, I think that vitamins and like minerals are overlooked by almost everybody.
Yes.
And
I agree.
And we forget that like our soil is just depleted. Like we are not getting most of the stuff from our food. I am a big proponent of like people supplementing where they can. Yeah, because I mean like you would have to it's just bizarre. It's just bonkers with the soil and everything. I have like I need to do like a whole other video on like how pissed I am about the food here.
You could.
I know, right? I should.
Doctors are starting to report something that sounds almost unbelievable. People on GLP-1 weight loss drugs are developing scurvy. Yes, scurvy, the disease that sailors used to get when they were starving at sea. When I heard this, my stomach dropped because the only time I've ever seen scurvy up close was during the worst period of my anorexia.
She's just reading the same exact thing that I read, sorry.
I was 19 years old. I lost my sense of equilibrium. I was exhausted all the time. My skin bruised easily. My body was literally running out of vitamin C because I didn't have enough food. Scurvy doesn't happen because a body is too big, and it isn't just some side effect of GLP-1s.
Her little sausages.
Well,
It is.
yeah, I think she's acting like you couldn't take a GLP-1 and get enough calcium or vitamin C, which
like
is
you would,
so weird.
Like, it's not your doctor. I mean, hopefully your doctor's smart enough to be like, okay, well, you need to eat this way, and you should probably supplement vitamins. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's why I say, like, too, it is it's risky to be in the TR and take these because you don't care about nutrition. Why? Because you only care about your weight. That is TR.
Yeah.
A normal person taking a GLP-1, they're going to be like, I'm going to make sure I get enough calcium. I'm going to make sure I resistance train. I want to keep as much muscle as I can. They're going to take care of themselves within taking it. Somebody in the TR is going to abuse it.
Yeah.
And take it and then not do anything else because it's just about the weight, which is horrible. So she's just calling out other zombies basically, which I guess is kind of fair, but she doesn't give any like criticism of, well, why don't you make sure you're getting enough calcium? Why don't you make sure you're getting enough vitamin C?
Only blaming the medication. She's only blaming the medication. She's not blaming the person. Like it's user error. It's not the medication.
Yes. And then she'll be like, society is making people do that. No, you have a DIS order and that's why you're doing it. So the DIS order is making you do it. But I say that in quote. I'll use my sausages and say, making it, making you.
Yeah.
It's not. It feels like it is though, but it's not. And so you're choosing to go along with it. And that is why this is happening. Because yes, and I've been talking about it forever. I got so much hate on my channel when I said, don't take it if you have the TR. I said it flat out. And people were like, that's horrible. It's helped me. Da, da, da. But look at all this. And now they're going to keep pushing these articles. And Ozempic is going to be the next demonic thing within the TR. And there's going to be all these horrible things because people didn't listen to me when I said, do not use it when you have the TR. Because it's going to affect GLP-1 usage. And it's going to start to demonize the medication. And they're already doing it. There's a documentary about it. So it's just going to keep going and going and going.
It needs to.
And there
needs to be a warning on there. There needs to be like a black box warning. If you have the TR, don't take this. Because even on my Wellbutrin, I'm on Wellbutrin for like depression. It says that on there too. Should not be taken if you have problems with panastrexia or something like that. I think that's what it says on there.
Yeah. And that's fair.
Yeah.
Most people don't. Yeah. So it's not going to affect most people, but it'll be enough to where they can now use these numbers. And people are just, I don't know. I don't know why they think that it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, it's so obviously going to be a problem. And and like I said, zombies in my freaking comments were telling me, it helps me. It helps me. Did it? Because you lie. People lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, and then if you have a side effect, if you have the TR, you're not going to use it right. You're going to lie about it. And if you have side effects, you're not going to stop because you won't care. And then you'll lie about not having side effects. Then you'll have these bone issues, scurvy, all this stuff in large numbers because the corporations behind it, they don't give a fuck. They only want their money.
Yeah.
They're wolves, as I would call it on my channel. They only care about the money. So they don't care about you. And they're not going to, and then everybody is so quick to take any accountability out of obesity that they just say, just take the drug and it'll just fix itself. Yeah. No, that's not true. It's horrible. I can't stand it. But the point is, I was right. I saw this coming. And it's just going to keep getting worse.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an issue for anti-FA. It will be. And it's going to keep getting worse because the zombies are on the drug. And I'm trying to, like, people are like, you hate the drug. You're demonizing it, Alex. I said, no. If anything, I'm trying to save it.
Yeah.
They might get it banned. You guys don't get this. This is a zombie horde. They are not going to give up until it's gone.
I say this, I say this as a joke, but I also it's also not a joke, but there have been times where I'm like, the hard work that the fat activist movement has put in has caused X, Y, and Z. And it's true. Like, they are ruthless. They don't stop. They do get stuff passed. They do get things, you know, the things that they want when it comes to like social acceptance, or like they are making moves, even if it's super slow. So yeah, you're right. They might get this medication banned, especially with Virgie behind it, because she is a force, you know?
Oh yeah. I consider her a bloater on my channel. She's a leader for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And she is not going to stop. And I'm shocked that documentary came out. I'm like, oh my God, it's actually happening.
Which one?
She actually got it going.
She's in that?
No, I don't know if she's in it, but her influence, I believe, is part of why it was made.
Ooh, I wonder. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it
too.
All right, everybody. So that is my episode with the wonderful Alex, Graphically Alex. Hell yeah.
Diva. No, I'm just kidding. Activist, diva, queen. No, I'm just kidding.
Let us know in the comments what you guys think. Who is your favorite of this episode? Is it Virgie Tovar? Because that was my favorite. If you've made it this far, what kind of emoji should they leave?
They should leave a needle for Ozempic.
Yeah, let's do that. If you've made it this far,
you're gonna get like banned. No, I'm just kidding.
Leave us the Ozempic jab emoji.
Yes.
And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. If you haven't already, please consider giving me a subscribe. If this is like your first time or your second time and you just forgot to subscribe last time. And don't forget to like. And then jump over, if you haven't watched Alex's video, jump over and watch my video with him over on his channel.
Yes. We talk about Amy and Half, our favorite zombie. No, I'm just kidding. She's not my favorite, but she is one. But anyways, yeah. So go on over to my channel. We're hunting zombies pretty much all the time now. And I'm trying to bring lesbian cheek into the 2026 fashion.
All right. Well, everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.